Okay, hello, welcome to Legs, Runs and Tums with me, Rob. Okay, we are going to be looking an awful lot tonight about what happens just here in your glutes. So we're going to work a lot of rotational work, a lot of strength work in our back. Grab yourself a pint of water, take a sip, cheers. Lick around your lips and hydrate. Put that to one side. Okay, so from here, find yourself a space. Check around one way. Check around the other, make sure you've got plenty of room. Check above your head, make sure your hands aren't going any light fittings. Just roll your wrists for a bit. So legs, bums and tums. We're going to be working through the legs, the bums and the tums, absolutely. But we're going to work a little bit functionally about what happens here in the glutes. Okay, so let's punch across the body, get a bit of rotation. Keep your feet a fist gap apart, toes facing forwards. Try and get some rotation through the column of the spine. Keep your elbows up at chest height, and rotate across. Now, planting your feet strong, rotate to the left side and give me 8 over the side. And you should feel a lengthening through the outside of your hips. Now, rest there, do another 8 to the same side, but lift your chest up and see you get a bit more rotation. And you should find you get a bit more movement. Now, take notice of what happens to your standing feet. Your big toes need to be squeezed into the floor. Change direction. Let's go to the other side. Rotate. Again, don't worry too much about the column of the spine to start with. But now, lift your chest and now rotate a bit more. Can you get a bit more rotation into it? Big toe, little toe, squeeze down to the floor, rotate. Nice. From here, back across the body and rotate. Now I want you to try and twist. Now you're going to keep your arms the same gap apart as you rotate around the column of the spine. 3 more here. 2 more here. Last one. And from here we're going to stretch up and we're going to corkscrew round to the right. So we're going to put one hand on top of the other, stretch up, rotate, and twist and turn. Again, feeling the big toe to the little toe down to the floor, rotate strong through the column of the spine. Rotate back the opposite way, twist and turn the opposite side. Again, drive the pelvis forward, shoulders back, chest lifted. Again, really focusing on that big toe to little toe down to the ground. And release, shake it out. Take a little easy jog. Now that could be that you're jogging with your feet off the floor. It could be that you're just working through toes still integrated to the ground, okay? So you take the impact or take the impact out. You choose, see where you need to be. Okay, so we're now planting. We're going to reach down to the right side, tilting down. Now, again, push the pelvis forward and reach here. So you're lifting that chest up to the ceiling. So that breastbone is coming up and lifted. Tilt. Now, as you're doing it as well, take notice of what's happening with your feet. So they're rocking, get your feet flat down to the floor. Now, if you're doing this in trainers, wipe them off. Get yourself in barefoot. Change side. Let's rotate the other side. Big long reach down to the side. Chest lifted again. Feel that nice strong reach down to the side. And release. Shake it out. Okay, bring your hands forward. And you're going to open out wide and back in again. Now as you're doing this, your challenge, can you try and keep your arms horizontal? So nice straight line going through the body. And you'll find that one arm goes slightly higher than the other. Now, as you're doing it, lean into it with your chest. You're going to pop into it here. Really open up wide through the pec group. Now, each time those fingertips are going to now touch in the middle, through and open. Now just check what's happened to your feet position. Have they turned out? Are they still squarely in plane here? Drive it. Really push forward with the chest. Lift your chin up. Cool. From here, you're going to place both hands up, overhead. Lean back. Working back through the rotations. Change hands, because you'll have one hand on top of the other. And release. Shake it out. Okay, so from here, we're going to take our feet out wide. We're going to rotate through the column again. Now, we're going to go to the right side and turn. Now, this foot and this foot, both facing forwards, 2 tram lines. Rotate. You're going to feel some work in the inner and the outer side of the thigh. Get as much rotation there as you can. You can look over the hip and the shoulder, get around further. Take it back to the middle and rotate to the side. Drive your pelvis forward, shoulders back, rotate. And release, shake it out. Okay, so from here, we're going to start with our feet, a fist gap apart. Come over to the corner of your ring, step back into a lunge. Keep your torso lifted, slowly drop the right knee down towards the floor, slowly come back up again. Now at the top point, we're going to end up in a V position here. That means that this leg, front leg is straight and the back leg is straight again. Let's drop. Now the back foot, the knee needs to be tracking forwards into position. As you're lifting, it's going high. Top point, check your big toe. Needs to be grounded down to the floor. And I want you to feel this is lengthening through the top of the front of the right thigh. The right foot's behind me. The stretch is long and high. Now, if you're struggling with depth, grab the wall or grab a chair or something here to help your support. Now, the other thing I'm going to point out, keep going with your lunges, is that the front knee needs to be in line with the midpoint of your foot. So as you're leaning forward, if the knee is going over the top of the toe, it's putting too much pressure on the patella, your kneecap. So go a little bit further forward. Trust to lift your torso. So if you're leaning forward, come up off it. I want you to do this because you're going to arch the front of the right thigh and get hip flexor extension. Shake it out, and as you come up, rotate the hip. Now, you might go all over the place on this one. Keep working it. Now, as you're doing this, cross over with the arms. 5 more here. 4 more. If you're going all over the place, grab the wall and work through here. Okay, it's absolutely fine. Release, shake it out. Change direction. Let's go the opposite side. Big step back. Posture. Lift. Drive pelvis forward. 2 straight legs here. Drop it again. Now, do you need to stay that front foot forward again? Another stride. Drop. Press. Pelvis forward. Go again. Drop. And don't worry if you can't get that back knee anywhere near the floor. This is not what it's about. It's about trying to get the extension through the hip flexors and the drive through on the pelvis here. Again, this front knee is plumb lining down to the front and the middle point of that foot. If it goes beyond the toes, step forward a little bit further. Now, as you drop through that lunge, as you push back up, really push your pelvis forward and lift your chest. These are effective and powerful lunges. Note on the height of the chest. And rest there, stepping up. Now, you're going to feel it's got tight on that standing hip flexor. We're going to go over the other side. Rotate through, kick out wide. And you're probably going to find a whole range of hips clicking around. And again, if you need the wall, tuck it in here. Get that rotation. Can you get this leg to come over the leg and open back out? Oh, it's clicking like anything. And release, shake it out. Okay. We're going to grab a weight for this one. Just a simple, easy way. Take the feet out wide. Turn the toes in. Drive your pelvis forward, engage your glutes. From here, hinge. And then use all the strength of your backside to extend your spine and then lift your chest using all the back muscles as well. So hinge and lift. Now as we're doing this, the feet are wide, the toes are in and parallel. We're hinging strong. Now, do a couple more of those. Now as you're doing this, this is the gold bit. As you're coming back up, I want you to feel this. These muscles are going to clench like anything. Clench, 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 clench as you lift. As you drop it back down again. Once you've got to that start position, hitch up the hips. Glutes tight as you can. Then lift. And keep them engaged. Yeah? And this is essential for running. So many people run without their glutes. Clench hard here. Lift, lift, lift. Now drive pelvis forward. Keep your buttocks engaged. Now lift your chest. Now we're going to work a little bit further through that range. And as we lift, we're going to keep that chest lifted, our shoulder blades back into position. The glutes are engaged tight. We're going to lift and raise up overhead. Note the speed. This isn't quick. This is everything going slow. So again, we drop. Clench the backside as tight as you can. Oh my goodness me. If you can't feel that screaming at you, then I guarantee this next improvement will do it. I want you to push those big toes square down into the ground. As you lift, keep the glutes engaged tight. Lift your chest. Raise up overhead. And push that weight as high as you can overhead. Let's go again. We're strong in the glutes. We never let the glutes release. You're going to scream at me tomorrow because you're going to find muscles that have really worked hard. Come on, let's have one more here. Glutes tight. Abs engaged. Big pull up and strong. Lift high. Reach and push. One more. Come on, let's go. Down. Tight glutes. Lift tight. And release. Good work. Shake it out. Grab yourself a drink of water. Working hard. Tough on the glutes. Okay, so from here, we're going to stand on our right leg. We're going to hinge forward. And then we're going to come back up. Now, as we're doing this exercise, we want those feet, that fist gap apart. We want the strength from the big toe to the little toe. We're hinging here. And we're going to come back up strong. Now, as we do this, there's two things. One, you can feel this hamstring hard. If you can't, clench it. The other one is the glute. Make it tight. Let's go. Hinges. And don't worry if you go off balance. And don't worry if you go off balance every single time. If you are, welcome to your proprioception. So I've gone off balance there. I step up, I shake, and I'm going to go again. I'm going to check this foot position. The second toe is facing directly forwards. I've got my glutes firmly engaged. Now, if you're going off balance, I know that there is a proprioception problem, and I also know that your glutes aren't firing enough. Now, when you get to this top point here, this is not the finish position. This is still not the finish position. This is our finish position. And I want you to lift through your spine. One more, please. Come on, let's go. Strong. Oh my goodness, my glutes are on fire. I don't know about yours. Getting to that low position. I feel the extension through the back of the hamstring. My glutes are fired tight. This is superb for making you a really, really strong and powerful runner, Nordic walker, sports personality of the year, whatever it is. Shake it out your hips. Good work. Well done. Let's change leg. Let's see what we got. Now, if you know this is your weaker leg, welcome to training. We're working hard here. So again, fire the glutes. Push through. Stand tall, lift. Tuck it back in, drop again. All about strength, all about the power you got. Drive the pelvis forward, lift and reach again. And again, don't worry if you go off balance, not worried about it. I want you to train strong, train hard. Here we go. We've got 2 more to work here. Solid push. Oh, glute engaged tight. Lost balance. Keep going. Go on, get the hips forward. Drive. One more here. Come on, hinge. And you can feel that leg shaking all over the place. The back of the calves probably working really hard. Tight on the glutes. Stretch and elevate. And release. Shake it out. Take a good walk out. Good work. Okay, so from here, dropping down onto our side. Putting the weight at the head end. Raise your toes away and push your pelvis forward. Now you can drop your legs to the side if you want to. I'm going to work through a single leg raise and then a slow controlled drop. Again, high leg raise, slow controlled drop. And again, work it strong, glutes taut, really working hard through those gluteal muscles. Breathing out strong as you lift, slow control as you lower. Now, the other thing you'll notice is I'm not letting this top leg have any rest. I'm keeping that strength in there. I'm keeping the pelvis driven forward. Got the head driven down to the floor, just resting out. I've got a slow controlled lift, a slow controlled lower, working it tidily every single time. And again, strong lift, slow controlled lower again. Let's go one more high lift, slow lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Pummel that backside and swap over to the side. Let's go for it. Draw the hips forward. Strong lift. Now feel what's happened to your tummy as the pelvis gone forward. And again, strong lift. Slow controlled lower. Strong lift. Feel everything on the outside of the hips. Let's work 2 more here. Come on. And slowly resting there. Rolling to the back. Shake your hips out. Get your lower back right engaged back into the floor again. Okay, so from here we're going to control sit up. Keep a long line between our chin and our pelvis here. Holding that sit up and pulse. Now, try and keep your shoulder blades open. So a typical fault here is that people try and curve through the shoulder so they bring their pecs into the game. Let the shoulders come back and think that you're opening up the ribs and therefore you're flattening the sternum and the 12th ribs. They're coming back into the body. All the lower ribs, all the false ribs, the actual ribs, they're working hard to come back open. As a result, you're opening your six-pack. Keep working it here. Shoulders right back, chin up, looking up to the ceiling. You're going to keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Ah, that's definitely worked. Stretch out on the floor. Push your arms out nice and long. Put your toes away. And release. Roll to that left side. Pick up the right foot. Get your heel to your bottom. And releasing. Shake it out. Swap it over. Grab the other foot. And release. Coming back up through into standing. So those feet are fist gap apart. Flex and drop yourself down. A nice big stretch all the way through the back of your legs. And slowly releasing, coming out through into standing. Take the left hand up between the shoulder blades. Drive forward on your hips, bring the shoulders back. Nice big stretch in the back of the tricep. Stretch and release and swap. And release. Roll your hips, interlock your fingers, roll one way, roll back the other way. And as always, grab yourself a good pint of water. Really, really well trained. Hope you enjoyed that training set. As always, if you did it live, hashtag live. If you did it replay, hashtag replay. Let me know how your glutes are feeling after that one. That's a definite workout. I'll see you next time for the next one. Cheers.